Good afternoon. Well, it's Sunday, so I am just going to call this more or less a write-off day and not be too concerned about it. I'm in the middle of exercising right now, so at least I'm doing that. I did some of my morning routine. I've spent way too much time on videos, and I'm definitely cognizant of the fact of how they are affecting me. All the opinion and commentary videos are just by their nature worse. But even just watching tutorials and interesting or fun stuff, it definitely affects my state of mind. And I can't believe that I'm that much different than everybody or even anybody else in the world. The one thing that I found when I went to the beach yesterday and was out there in the ocean, and unfortunately here in this shop I've got no windows. So the farthest I can see is the farthest wall. And human eyes were made to see a long distance quite a bit of the time. You know, you're not meant to look at something close up for long parts of the day. My lights go on and off here. I think the ballast is shot. But in any event, the thing is, I can definitely tell that the videos affect how I think. And I don't think the algorithms that they talk about on, you know, YouTube, Facebook, whatever, are necessarily something that's just a machine type of learning for sussing out what to throw in front of people to keep them engaged for as long as possible, depending on what site you're on. I think that whole, it's complicated, but I definitely think, well, I know, because what you input definitely changes how you're thinking. And if you're inputting crap from the internet all day long into your brain, it's going to start to affect it. And I can feel that this, even if it is tutorials, even if it is learning computer stuff, learning chemistry, learning history, learning, it doesn't matter. It's better than all that opinion and commentary, but not by much. You're just, I'm going to have to come up with a better way of explaining it, a better way of expressing myself, because I know exactly in visual terms what I want. I know exactly in visual terms how I see it affecting thinking patterns. Putting it in language is going to be a little bit more complicated, but at least at a most basic fundamental level, I can feel what it does and why it does that. Being out in nature, dealing with reality, is just a whole different set of sensory inputs than watching stuff on a screen. And as I said, if I thought it through, I could come up with the language to express it eloquently and make it make sense to everybody else. I can feel how it works in here and assume that everybody else is near enough the same, that it's doing the same thing to them, more or less. And everybody's going to have different levels of sensitivity. I know something like this is going to affect me more than a lot of other people. But then again, if you don't have a firm grasp of critical analysis, this stuff can be very damaging, because if you are just very unaware of biases and how people can be manipulated. Like, for example, this is a perfect example, because when I'm watching motivational videos, if they've got dramatic music in them, I can actually feel how that's different than if I'm watching a motivational video where they're just speaking. And generally, unless it's a really good video with a really good message that I want to listen to, if I hear the dramatic music, you know, like the Rocky style music, just designed to get me all pumped up, it's like, no, because I'm not hearing the message correctly with that music playing. I don't want that music. I want to hear what the person's saying, and I can tell the difference. And I can tell the difference because I've kind of trained myself. I always kind of felt, whenever a video with music came on, it's like, why don't I like these as much? I mean, I'm a musician. Why would I not like a video with the music going? And at first I thought, well, it's just kind of distracting. I can't hear the message. And then I realized the message was actually being tainted by the music. That if somebody had, regardless of how I felt about it, what my judgment of the message was, whatever you're saying, if you got dramatic music going on in the background, it's going to sound more serious and dramatic. If you've got, you know, that optimistic, pumping, Rocky style music, it's going to lift you up. It doesn't matter what the message is. You know, watch Jaws with a bunch of happy Christmas carols playing instead of the dun 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 dun. You'll see the difference. Anyways, yeah, I spent a lot of time talking about that, but the fact is, I'm still here in this place where I'm trying to get to another place, which is, I just do the things in life I want to do without fear or doubt or any question of, if it's something I want to do and I get to a place where I feel like I'm stuck, or it just all of a sudden doesn't seem like it's worthwhile or whatever, I can just push through anyways. You know what? When I started this, I felt like it was worth doing. I'm in a bad place now. Just keep slogging through. You get beyond this, you can look back and laugh at it. You know, get to a place where, okay, this is my idea. I know it's going to take a lot of time and effort out there in the real world, but up here it seems like a good idea. So when it gets out here, I'm going to have to keep working on it regardless of what I'm going through in the moment. And there are times when I can pull that off. It's a toss-up. It just depends on the day. Sometimes I can be going through a lot of resistance and still force through that. Other times I can have a little resistance and it'll stop me dead in my tracks. I don't know what all the variables are. I don't know if it's worth even trying to figure them out and fix them in the moment. One of the things that I read once that made a heck of a lot of sense is don't try to understand why, just try to understand how I can make this different. So, whatever. Why am I a drunk? Why did I get in this traffic accident? Whatever you're going through, it doesn't matter why. The reasons are the reasons, whether you understand them or not. They're still going to be there. They're still going to be beyond your control. What happened, happened. What do I do about it? How do I fix it? Those are the important things. You can always ask why once you get through it, just so you have something of a basis for understanding the next time you have to deal with it, I suppose, or maybe you're just bored. I don't know. Well, that was a whole long video about, I don't know what it was about. I'm just making these, today, for example, I'm just making this one because I was avoiding doing it. I didn't have any kind of a spiel, no script or anything prepared. It's like, you know what? You're just farting around. Just set the camera up and start talking. Just do the damn thing. So, this is something I accomplished. It's one of those things that's kind of like the keystone habit. If you're just putting these things in place and doing them every day, you could build on that. And I'm not saying I'm going to be making a video every day. Today, though, I decided I was going to make one, and I've just been procrastinating and putting it off, and finally I decided, look, you got about 7, 10 different things you could be doing because you wanted to do them this morning. Do one of them. Right now, just do one of them. No questions asked. All right? Grab the phone, grab the tripod, do a video. Here we are. At least I did that. So, yeah, I am still struggling. It is challenging. Change is hard. A big thing for me is having watched enough videos about other people who have accepted the same challenge. They all have the same thing to say. Change is hard for everyone. It's just how bad you want it that decides how much you're going to change. Not how easy it is, not anything else. Just how bad do you want it. That decides how much you're going to change. So here I am. I'm changing. And if you're trying to change also, good for you. You might start here. There's a billion of them out there. I'm going to start making better videos where I actually am adding links to all the people who have influenced me. But hey, whatever you're dealing with, that right there is a keyword. Just get on YouTube, whatever, put it in their search box, and there you go. You got stuff that's just going to be popping up all over the place. I thank you for watching, and if you didn't watch, well, what's wrong with you, man? All right, talk to you soon.